All right. Good evening. It is Monday, July 22nd, 2024, 9:19 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, I'm gonna try to make this a quick one, but a good one. So got a few things to unpack here real quick. We're gonna do some analysis. And then yeah, we'll just do some analysis and see give determination of what price is doing, setups, what setups to look for, how to look for them, reiterating some of the things that we've already talked about. All right, so without further ado, so obviously this is the 1 hour chart. We're looking at the USD JPY, a couple of indicators on here. So basically what we're looking for is right now, we're looking for price to come and test this 1 hour support level. And if you remember from the previous videos, the rule of thumb, one of the rules of thumbs, because there's a few, right? One of the rules of thumb is that we trade from a point of liquidity, nothing else. We don't just trade from the air, right? We're not just going to take a buy trade right here because the indicator is showing a higher low, or what have you. And, we seem to have a bullish candle for this 1 hour, right? No, we're not going to take a trade out of thin air. We're looking to trade from points of liquidity. So points of liquidity are your points of interest. If it's not a point of liquidity, then we're not looking to trade. All right. Just want to make sure that I drive that point home and reiterate one of the big rules, right? We trade from points of liquidity. Our first point of liquidity being our first option is going to be an order block, right? Most of the time at your highs and your lows, we have order blocks. Now, some of the best trades are going to be when you have an order block that has liquidity. The liquidity indicator is indicating a liquidity point. So this 1 hour support, right, becomes a point of interest and probably a key point of entry for a trade. So what I'm looking for right now is to see what price does if and when it comes and tests this 1 hour support, this 1 hour order block that has this daily liquidity in it, based off of this low right here. And as we can see on the money flow indicator, that at this level, we have the sentiment is bullish, and we got quite a bit of volume that backs up that sentiment, right? So not the highest volume on the money flow indicator here, but at this level, at our point of interest, right, we do have quite a bit of volume that backs up the sentiment, which is bullish at this level. So the idea is that when price comes back and tests this level, that it's going to possibly reject. That's where we'll be looking for a buy trade. So let's say that plays out that way. The next thing you do is you'll go to your entry time frame. If we're trading and analyzing off of the 1 hour. Before I go to the entry time frame, a couple of other things to look at, right? Is you see the momentum oscillator here that we have, red K ever X, effort versus results. So as we can see here, right, we had a cross here, for this down move that's currently happening. But if you look, right, the indicator is showing us the momentum is still to the downside. So there's no buy to be had just yet, right? So again, that's one of the things we'll see as price approaches this order block, to see if we get a rejection or what have you. To the upside. It may not. It may use this liquidity to fuel further down move, what have you. So to get an idea of what that looks like, we'll look at the higher time frame. But if we were to trade that right there, right, if we get the rejection, so what we're looking for if we get into a buy is going to be when price gets into this 1 hour support order block, right? So we're going to go to our 5-minute time frame and see what that would look like. Okay, looking at our entry time frame, 5-minute entry time frame, right? So getting the close up. So here's the close up. So price comes down. Now the white lines, right, show us our 4-hour liquidity levels. So these are our 4-hour liquidity levels. Okay. So as we can see, as we approach this level, we have a 4-hour liquidity level that has yet to be broken because that was created. Let's see. Yeah, that was created the 6:10, yep, 6:15 this morning. So this liquidity level has been here since 6 o'clock this morning, 06 this morning. So this liquidity has not been taken yet. And as you can see, the sentiment here seems to be bearish. So there's a good chance that this liquidity here can be used as buy side liquidity, right, to fuel a buy move. So if I have a bunch of buy orders, this is a good place to place them. As a matter of fact, this entire area here is a good place to place buy orders because I have seemingly some sentiment here. So not a bad place to place buy orders if I was big money and I had a lot of buy orders. So again, verifying or it coincides with what we're looking at on the hour time frame, our technical time frame, right? So when price gets in here, again, getting a close up, when price gets into our 1-hour order block, we'll look to see how it reacts. Again, we're looking for it to react to this liquidity that's sitting inside of this order block. One of the things that I've learned through experience is that if price, remember we said, again, we're looking to trade from points of liquidity. We have 2 points of liquidity right here, right? 2 of our major points of liquidity. Liquidity based off of a previous swing low, right? And we have an order block. So we have both at the same time. So the order block was created back here, 2 in the morning, and then we got the liquidity that was created there, and then also at the same time that that daily liquidity that's inside this order block was created during this low. So again, another confluence to what we were saying about a point of interest. So again, the idea is to look to take a buy trade if we get the buy signal. So let's say price comes down in here, takes this liquidity, comes down, takes this liquidity. We're not taking a trade off of this liquidity. Remember, we looking forward to, again, our option. We have this order block sitting here. This is where we prefer to take our trade, in this order block, right? So again, we're looking to see what price does, and you have to wait. If price enters this order block with liquidity sitting right here, then before you get in that buy move, you have to wait for price to mitigate this liquidity, right? And then also, it's not lost on us that we have this 4-hour liquidity sitting here. So we got this 4-hour liquidity sitting here. We got the daily liquidity sitting here, right? So something to be mindful of if price decides to come down. But again, what you're looking for, the move that you're looking for, because again, we have our UTBots signal indicator on. So if and when price comes into our 1-hour support order block, we'll look for it to take the liquidity, and you're waiting for the green candle, or if you still got the signals on, I just took the signals off because I really don't need the labels, but I know that green means buy and red means sell. So, but just in case you need to see it, let's take a look to make it easier for you to see the signals, right? So again, price comes down here, I'm looking for a buy signal, right? I'm looking to see once it takes this liquidity, I'm waiting to get the buy signal. If I do not get that buy signal and price keeps going, let it keep going, right? We'll wait for the next move. And I'll show you what the next move could be. The next, because we got an order block, 4-hour. We got the next point of interest would be the 4-hour order block that's sitting there, which is the 4-hour support. So price could very well blow through this, right? And again, you want to look at what our overall trend is at the time as well. So if the daily or the 4 hour is showing, if we're showing a bearish trend, then there's a good chance you're not going to get that rejection there, right? If we're showing a bearish trend at the time, then look for price to keep pressing through this and use this liquidity as fuel to continue the down move. Something to think about. Again, we're not going to just jump in blindly. We're looking to take trades in the direction of the overall trend. So if the daily is showing bearish, then again, we'll look to see what price does when it gets into this area, because price could very well push through it. If price pushes through it, then you'll look for price to come back, test the order block as resistance, and get the continuation. That's how you trade that, right? That is how you trade that. Again, looking to take trades in the direction of the overall trend. All right. We're not just going to look and say, okay, yeah, this is a great spot to take a buy trade. We don't know that yet. We really don't know that. We don't know until it gets into this area. And then again, we have to be careful and make sure we're trading in the direction of the overall trend, right? So let's look and see what this looks like on the higher time frame. And that would be pretty much it. That'd be all I want to go over with you all for today. All right, so let's look at the higher time frame real quick. All right, looking at the higher time frame, what we can see here, right? So again, this is the daily. So on the daily, we see that price has been rejecting from this area. All right, here's something that I have not spent a lot of time going over in these videos, but I'm gonna show you something. All right, so look at how price, so we rejected this level here, right? And we created this liquidity area. So this is a weekly liquidity zone. We see that the sentiment is bullish, not so we see the sentiment is bullish at this area, right? So again, cause for the rejection, and we see that we got a lot more bullish sentiment as we moved up, right? So, but we see that price got up here and bounced off of this daily resistance. We see we did not close above this resistance area. Okay, we did not close. So, but overall though, because we did not break this higher low, we're still bullish overall on UJ, because on the daily we see we still did not. So overall, we're still bullish. Doesn't mean we can't take sell trades. It just means the bigger moves will probably come right now, to the upside, depending, right? Because we don't know exactly, if and when price is going to break one of these. So it needs to break this higher low right here. If this leg isn't finished and wants to create a new low. All right. So this higher low has yet to be broken, which means we're still bullish overall, right? So that's the overall direction at the moment until this higher low is broken. Now, just back to daily, from day to day, right? So another thing to pay attention to is, like I said, so this is the last bearish candle, right? For the time being, not counting the last two, right? So this is the last bearish candle, prior to us getting this move and this rejection right here, right? So what you want to notice is that price has not broken the high of this candle. So it's kind of ranging right now. So your new range, so your range is actually here. That's your high and that's your low, right? So you're waiting for price to break out one of these, right? If it breaks this low here, then more than likely we coming for this next low. See how that works? We break this low, we're coming for this next low. So again, you look for your opportunities. Let's see, how many pips would that be? So if price broke this low, we put in the sell trade and we go from liquidity to liquidity. So roughly 80 something pips. All right, not a bad move. So once price breaks this low, look for it to go to that low and more than likely break that low, right? Now, so again, this is your low and this is your high. Price is continuing to range within this candle, last bearish candle in this leg right here, right? So we want to see what price does. We want to see if it breaks this high or if it breaks this low. We'll see there. So just something to think about and take a look at as you're doing your analysis. The other thing to take a look at is that we have for momentum, right? We got the cross right here. Price pushed up a little bit. We see that price came back down. It has not crossed back to the downside just yet. So that means momentum for right now is still to the upside. Again, we did not break this higher low right here. So as we said, momentum is still to the upside, and we do not have bullish divergence either, right? We do not have bullish divergence. So the momentum isn't saying that, we're on the upside. So we don't have bullish divergence just yet. So there's a chance that, again, price may come, down and break this higher low at some point. But for right now, momentum is still showing us, we're showing some bullish momentum with the cross right here. And then we haven't yet to get a cross back to the downside over this line right here. So again, a couple of things to look at as we look to into these trades and stuff. Again, you can go candle to candle, day to day, just looking at the range. So right now, so yesterday, if you look at the previous day on Friday, so from Monday's trading, you see that we did break the low. We did not break the high of that previous range. So this was the high, this was the low of the previous day from Friday, right? So we broke the low, right? We didn't close below it, but we didn't break the high at all. So that's bearish momentum there. Obviously, we did close bearish, right? So today we'll look to see if we break yesterday's low, or we break yesterday's high. So we want to see where in this range price goes. So again, if price breaks this low right here, then we're going towards this liquidity in this low right here, right? So if price breaks this low, right, from the previous trading day, right, then there's a good chance that price is going to continue to the downside to get that. So let's see how many pips that would be. So from here to here, we're looking at 80 something pips. Okay. Right. So not bad, not a bad move to get into, if price reacts. So again, just kind of looking to see what price does as it do and approach these levels. So let's see. Going back, let's go back to our technical. Okay, yep, back on our 1 hour and our technical time frame. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for today. Hopefully all of this makes sense. I'll do another video sometime this week, probably sooner than later. If I decide to take a trade, I'll definitely share that with you, let you know what that looked like, and hopefully everybody has a good trading experience this week. Thank you.